Let's go.
Hello, guys. We are live on X. Let me check if everything is good. Let me refresh abstract. That everything should be beautiful and perfect. Um,
I'm gonna retweet this as well from the account. I'm gonna undo the repost and then repost it again.
okay.
Perfect.
Uh, let me fix something because I don't see. Um, okay. Save. Okay. Abstract always a bit glitchy for me. We're
Mhm.
live. Everything is good. Already have one person that watching us.
Let's
Uh,
go. Let's go.
okay. Uh, I'm sorry for it. I'm still new in it.
Yeah, nothing. Everyone's still new in it. It's not just you. Everyone's still trying to figure out
So,
the abstract website. So you're golden.
So, guys, hello again, everyone. We are live now on Abstract, on X, and on YouTube. You can leave us comments, and I will see this if you will write on the Abstract and on X, so we can answer on some of your questions. And we talked today about on my show Born to Build. So the goal of this show is to show the character of the founders, and show how are you living your life and what you dream of and all about this. But at first, a bit warm up because I'm nervous. I can't like imagine how you meeting tomorrow. Actually, how are you feeling yourself? Tell me.
Oh my gosh. I am anxious. I am nervous. I am excited. I am everything. Yeah, it's bringing back like 2021 2022 vibes when you're waiting for like the big mint and just like can't sleep, can't I can barely eat, like I'm not even hungry. I'm in New York right now at my parents' house, and we're all gonna be like going out and celebrating tomorrow afterwards. And I was eating dinner last night with my mom, and she's like, "You're not even touching your food," and I'm like, "I am so nervous. I can't even eat right now." So it's yeah, I'm excited. No matter how tomorrow goes, like we've been building for a year, and just really, really proud of my team. And I'm excited to see where this goes and to finally see the timeline fill up with citizens everywhere. I'm so excited to see the artwork just plastered all over Twitter, and yeah, it's gonna be really exciting. I'm excited. I'm excited.
That's true. Hi, Neptunberg. He's your follower, and he's a part of the district from the start. From your first meet, and he exactly who told me about your project. So hi, thank you for attending. He's an abstract
Jealous.
right now. Yeah. So are you actually close with your mom? Are you sharing with her like about me? Does she understand about everything, or you like just on the surface still telling?
Yeah, they have a good understanding because I back in 2021 I minted Oniforce. So I started Oniforce, and so I actually walked them through the whole process. I helped them mint their first NFTs, and they even like they collect cryptocurrencies themselves. They have Bitcoin. They've got a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and yeah. So they got the ear to the ground. My mom and dad are both on Twitter. So
Oh my
yeah,
God, are they grinding? Like, are they
no,
really?
no. They're not grinding any projects, but they came on Twitter Spaces once or twice and popped up on stage and talked to everyone. And yeah, they're great. They're incredible, and it's have a lot of support from them. So very, very lucky.
Feels like you have a great support. That's awesome. That's awesome. But as I said, a bit warm up. I will show you your tweets, and you will tell me in what mood you was, in a mood of what district you was when
Mhm.
you actually posted it. Okay, we will
Oh
try to
gosh, I love this. I'm scared.
this one. Wait,
Oh.
stressed, blessed, depressed, well dressed. I love
I
this so much.
I love that. That is definitely the founders district right there. Extremely so District 2 definitely stressed because of everything going on, blessed to be in this space. depressed because we don't sleep ever, but always have to be on our best behavior. So well dressed always, always trying to be presentable. Yeah, definitely District 2, the founder district, and that's hilarious. That's
I love it. I
good
love it
find.
too.
Good
But
find.
for me, it was something like collector more, like stressed, blessed, depressed,
Mhm.
on the deadlines all the time, but well dressed.
Yeah, that could be too. Absolutely could be collector too. That is spot
Okay,
on.
next your tweet. The effort and hours that nobody sees. I
Hmm.
loved it too, honestly, because that's true. When you're building your own, no one actually sees how much efforts it costs you to achieve something. So, what district is it?
Yeah, again, this might be. I got to switch up my districts, but I'd even say that even the I think OG art district and founders because a lot of honestly it can almost be any district if we really think about it because um I know me personally like perfect example was when we launched our 111 it was on Christmas. So we dropped it on Christmas and our entire team at like 9 in the morning were on a call trying to make sure that these got out on time. And before I even went out to open presents,
Mhm.
I was getting yelled at by my family saying, "Come out and open presents." And I'm like, "I have to do this work. Like I got like," and so we were definitely putting a lot of hours and work in when I'm telling you right now, no one else was even near their computers, but our team was like, "Let's make sure we get this done for our community." And I feel like a lot of the times, I will say this: being a founder sometimes is very and not in a bad way, just is what it is, but a very thankless job where it's more so like uh, a lot of the community's like, all right, like what's coming next, what's coming next, and not a lot of times we get the hey, thanks for doing that, you know. So it's but again, I'm here for it. I love it, and Mike, I will say this: the district community has been very appreciative. They've been awesome. Like I want
Yeah.
to like give a shout out to Junior Spaceman and quite a few others that have literally DM'd Nix, have like DM'd us personally, and we're like, hey, just want to say everything going on. Like, just want to say appreciate you, Shelton, all them. You're doing a great job. So, our community is very thankful. So yeah, but there's a lot of time and out, and I'm sure with you too. Even you just setting up this portion of questions and having these tweets ready awesome, by the way. This is hilarious. And but that's putting in work in the back end that even just digging this up, people might not realize that might take you half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour to do all this research even before you even go onto the space. So I just want to give you your flowers too for putting in the work that most people don't see.
Thank you so much. It really means a lot. And it's nice to know that appreciation means a lot for you because, most of the founders are focused on money, on everything. But some project really like rooting for their project, the idea. And I like to see this in you. And I know that your audience, they don't wait, for flipping your project. They actually waiting
Mhm.
for the art, for like future steps, for they want to receive more of your project, so they already
Mhm.
have something and they want to receive more. It's like when you read some comic, you want to read next part,
Yeah.
next part, because it's so exciting for you. And yeah, great to see it. So okay,
Spot on.
next one. Let's show you this one. Sleep
So
sleep
actually, have me.
anxiety filled, hopeful, energetic, and motivating nights to provide for the district community to do things right for team.
All those. Yeah. Yeah, so again, yeah, I guess I'm realizing how much I actually do tweet about the founder life. I know me personally when I was younger, I had a vision board, and on that vision board, it wasn't materialistic things. It was a list. It comes up every year in my Facebook memories, but it was a list of like my family members up top, and then my like 7 or 8 closest friends, and that was my vision board. And that was like I want to make sure that I am so successful and just in life where I can make these people proud, right? And I want to do right by them. And with like this group of individuals that I tag below, and there's so many others, I want to make sure that I am going above and beyond for my community and that I make them proud. And that was just a really, really quick list I put together of like just those people that have been supporting me. But I want to make sure that again, I step up to the plate and I go above and beyond for them and do well for them. So I guess that's kind of like my own vision board right there to remind myself, uh, you're not just working for your team and for yourself, but you're working for these individuals who've been sticking by my side. So just really happy again, blessed, stressed, all that to be here though.
I really like, I like in the character when people actually can be grateful for other people. And that's super important because I know like some of people like, oh, no one influenced on me. I'm like myself, but I don't really understand it. And maybe you can say like the most important person in your life who influenced your worldview, who it was for
Ooh.
you in every timeline, like in
Mhm.
all your life.
I would say, hmm, I think it's a perfect. It really is a perfect balance between my mom and my dad. And the reason why, and even with a pinch of my, well, now it's my whole family, pinch of my older brother, my younger brother too. But my dad was very kind of John Wayne, so very hard on me growing up, and was kind of strict, but like pushed me to be a great leader, pushed me to work really hard, and a lot of his sayings I've kind of taken with me. One is, if you're gonna do something, do it right. And another thing he always said is, measure twice, cut once. And I know those are like universal sayings, but basically, don't do anything half-ass. If you're gonna do something, go all in and make sure you do it right. And he was very hard on me. Whereas my mom, she showed me what it meant to have compassion and to have love and to embrace those around you and realize that the world is beautiful no matter how you look at it, no matter what's going on. So I think having my parents, I think those two really kind of set me up for success in life. And um, my and I guess it's almost everyone in my family. My older brother, I always looked up to him because he was also always more athletic than me. He was always smarter than me, um, and like went to a better college. And but then afterward, like I used that motivation, and then I think I became a little more athletic than him. I became a I don't want to say he's definitely not smarter, but he's really smart. I just kind of I started pushing my academics, and like my little brother. He is the hardest working human I know in this world. Wakes up at 4 a.m., goes to work, doesn't go home until 6, 7 o'clock at night, and has a 2 year old. I think you heard him on the spaces with Tara earlier. So my entire family, I don't think I can attribute one person, but my entire family has been what pushes me to get where I am for sure.
I already like your family. That means a lot to have all this support and understanding and having someone with who you can share, everything. Because usually we become more close with people in Web3 right now in like current realities because that's how you have all common traumas. You have
Mhm.
everything to discuss because you have like the same lifestyle, probably the same thoughts, the same problems. But when you have like IRL, these people with who you can share everything, I think it means the world.
Mm.
So,
Agreed.
okay, next one. I really love it. Look at imagine hitting on me and I'm in my room doing this.
Yeah, I love this. I saw that when I saw this online, it had me cracking up. And I think no matter what happens in this space, I feel like you could be an absolute saint and do everything right, but there's just going to be some people, for whatever reason, just don't like you. Like it doesn't matter what you say, what you do, um, they're just not going to like you. And I think for me, I have, well, just me personally, I have nothing but love for literally everyone in this space. Like I want to see everyone succeed. I was told something really early on in my Web3 career back in 21 when I had a collector who was my first big collector. I think he almost spent like $3,000 or $4,000 on my first piece, and back then that was insane. Like I've never sold a piece more than like $200, and he's like, "Listen, man, there's enough love and enough crypto to go around to literally everyone in the space." And I kind of took that with me, and that was me just being like, why, like I feel like, and I'll say this too, I wish more people would kind of meet it at IRL events. I feel like if I just hung out, if I had like a beer with anyone in crypto, I feel like we'd all be homies. You know, we'd all be friends. And for anyone that like, and that goes for everyone. I feel like anyone that might like, again, you have these kind of keyboard warriors uh, that will fight with you on Twitter Spaces, will fight with you on in the DMs. But if you met them in person and they didn't know who you were and you just hung out, I feel like everyone in Web3 would all get along. You know, we're all degens, we're all creatives, we're all working towards the same thing. You know, ultimately the entire space uh, we want to make money, absolutely, but we also want just a sense of belonging. And for me, Web3 has been uh, literally not even my second home. Web3 is like my first home now. And so for that post, I love that you brought that up. But I wish people would kind of get to know people on a more personal level. I love this space, but this stream you're doing, by the way, and how you run this. I think people need to see the more personal sides of founders and builders, and it gives you a better perspective of how you can potentially relate to them. So again, just want to give you some flowers. I love these.
Thank you so much. Actually, I do these streams or spaces. Depends from the founder. Someone and docs, and just for myself because it's interesting for me always to know how person like how the way they thinking. For
Mm.
example, for me it was always interesting. Like, do you felt like from the childhood that you belong to something? You okay, sorry for my English, that you able to create something your own, or it's like influence, like you just grew up and environment told you like you can do something. Sire, hi, sorry, I will be distracted a bit on the
No,
comment.
absolutely. Yeah, you got to respond to
Great
the
that you have
community.
audience here, and yeah, thank you guys for watching. Ask your question if you want. You absolutely free to ask. Yeah, so have you felt it from the childhood, or like you think it's the environment who like yeah, tell you that you need to have ambitions, you need to have everything, like
Yeah.
what for you?
I think just always growing up, I kind of knew I was meant for something more than just. And again, not uh, no foul or harm if you sit behind a desk and have to work like an office job. Like we all got to make a living, you know. That's just how it is. But for me, growing up, I knew I needed something just more out of life, and I was an entrepreneur growing up
Mhm.
since I was like 19, 20. And I started my own paint and sip company. So where I would teach people how to paint while they drink wine. So I did that for 2 years, and it was called Paint on the Rocks, and it was me and my best friend. I did that for 2 years, and we were like teaching people how to paint in like Applebee's and in where else? We were everywhere. We were at so many like close bars near us, at restaurants, and then I was also a before NFTs. This is when all you had was like, I don't know if you know Etsy. What's up, Logic? I don't know if you know like Etsy, but I actually wrote a book that you can buy on Amazon
Uh,
called
what is it
basically.
about?
I don't know if I should tell. Yeah, it's about how to sell art on Etsy, and so I was literally a starving artist for 2 years. I lived in Philadelphia, with my older brother, and at the time before that, I was a manager of a jazz restaurant in Philadelphia. So I was like, I'm not happy doing this. I'm ready to take the leap, and I quit everything. I quit it all, and I said, I'm gonna be a full time artist, and I'm gonna make it work. And I was a full time artist for almost 2 years, and I was selling. I was barely scrapping by, but I figured out a way to make it work. And I'm a big believer, and I'll stop my long rant. But one of my favorite quotes ever is, "If you want to take the island, you have to burn the boats." And what that means is there should never be a plan B. You shouldn't have a plan B in life. If you have a plan B, that means you think that plan A is going to fail. And I don't think you should live that way. I think you should put all of your energy into making plan A succeed. And that's why, again, I try to encourage people, if you're unhappy, make sure you set yourself up financially for like a few months at least, but then quit that fucking job, quit that whatever you're doing, and focus full time on what you want to do to succeed. Because again, imagine you and I was doing this. I was a middle school art teacher. I was an art teacher um, before NFTs, and that was my dream career for a while. And then I came into NFTs and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take the leap. I'm going to quit teaching, a very safe, stable, respectable job. I loved it. I was coaching soccer, I was coaching football, I was teaching, I had art class, I mean, art club after school too, and movie club. And, but I was like, I want to focus full time on my art and my passion. I quit teaching and I went all in on NFTs and again, completely changed my life. So I try to implore people, do it responsibly. Don't just, if you have $10 in your bank account, don't quit your job, but like do it right and put all of your energy, because now instead of having 4 or 5 hours a day, you have 24 hours a day to focus on your dreams. So um yeah, that's kind of my 2 cents on all this. And sorry for that long rant. I could talk
No,
forever. I gotta
no,
stop. Just cut me off sometimes. Just be like,
that's
stop
so
talking.
on time. That's so on time, to be honest, because today, like every second Thursday, I am going to a therapist to, just talk, to discuss some detail, like my life. I don't know if you go to therapist or
I
not, or
do. I do too. I do too.
yeah. So we talked today, to be more brave in your actions, to be more brave in everything that you do. You need to be ready to fail in some moments. You need to be ready
Yes.
to, that not everything will work out for you. And now you're telling like, maybe it's opposite, maybe no. Tell me, like you need to like believe in your plan A, but how you
Mhm.
can actually do this and not. Yeah, be prepared for fails, or you allow yourself to make mistakes. How it's working for you, tell me.
It's it is scary. I will say this, but if I feel like I get the vibe from you that you're a fighter, right? Like you will do whatever it takes to survive. And when I was, and I'll tell you this, so when I was a starving artist, like I wanted to do portraits, right? All I wanted to do was paint people, but I wasn't making money doing it. So in order to survive, I was literally doing uh, dog portraits of people's dogs. I was painting
Hmm.
perfume bottles for people's bathrooms. I was uh, like perfect story. So this is again, we all have like these pivotal moments in our lives that kind of shape us and change us, right?
Yeah.
Um, my One of my lowest points ever in my life. I was in college. It was my sophomore year of college, and I was in painting class. And unfortunately, not unfortunately, I'm very blessed that it happens this way, but definitely do not come from any money at all. We quite honestly say quite poor most of my life, and but it's okay. My parents give me everything they can, and I was in painting class, and I didn't have enough money for paint supplies. I couldn't afford staples to create a canvas. I couldn't afford the canvas, and my teacher, uh, Mr. Rick Mickelson, I still remember him. I learned the most from him, but he was a fucking dick. Excuse my French. Sorry, very asshole. He in the middle of class, he's like, or in the beginning of class, he's like, all right, everyone have your materials. I'm like, I don't, sorry, I just can't afford it. And he's like, what would happen? Because I was on the soccer team. He's like, what would happen if you showed up to soccer practice and you didn't have your cleats, shin guards? I'm like, I'd probably have to sit out. And he's like, well, that's what you're going to do. And so our class, it was a 3 hour long class for painting class. He's like, I want you to sit here and do nothing. And I'm like, all right. So for the next like 2, 3 days, I had to sit there, do nothing until like I got paid. And then I couldn't, this is where it killed me. I couldn't afford staples, like actual staples just to staple my canvas. So at 9 o'clock at night, I went back to the studio and I was on my hands and knees on the art room floor picking up staples to staple my canvas. And I remember just bawling down crying in my art room in college. Like, I will never be this poor again in my entire life, where I can't afford $2 to buy staples. And I'm like, I'll never be like this again. And that moment right there kind of changed my life of like, I will do whatever the fuck it takes to survive and be successful. And that's when I started painting and drawing like anything I could to make a living. And so for you, my advice for you is, and take it or not, I just again I'm just giving you my personal experiences.
Mhm.
I can tell that you're a fighter, and you will find a way to make it work. You will make it happen. And once you have more free time to work on this, like it's insane. Anytime you ask I'm a big believer in manifesting. I actually have a giant tattoo across my back that literally just says manifest. It's huge, and I am a huge believer. What you ask the universe, it will give to you. It will give you what you ask, and you have to show up. You got to put in the work. You can't just ask for it. But um, if you believe in manifestation, keep asking the
Yeah.
universe for things every morning, every night, and you'll make it happen. Now, my question for you, I know this is about me. What is your ultimate dream? Your ultimate goal? Maybe it's in Web3 or not. What is your ultimate goal in life? Like, what do you want to get out of it?
Again, it's the reason why I wanted to talk with the founders, with the people who achieve something, because I felt from my childhood, and I from poor family, from really poor family. I first child who have like high education, etc. So I first who moved somewhere, and no one tell me like it was opposite for me. Like everyone told me like you can't do this, you can't do this. And for me, I always wanted to change the world, a little, to help someone, to make uh, some changes for the better, because I always was admired by people who like actually do this. We know like it's only probably like 1% of people who actually doing something useful, but we can see the progress on the timeline. Like, yeah, it's long timeline, but still we can see the progress from these people who was like believers in humanity, despite of all. So I really want to change something. I want to help women in the world, because I think, for example, in crypto we don't have a lot of women, because women are less risky right now, because they actually have responsibility about them kids, about everything. And I also my opinion about mass adoption, that now it's maybe not possible, because we can see in news that sometimes men can sold their daughter for like $200. Imagine you giving this man like opportunity to understand crypto. It's crazy. It can be
Yeah.
crazy for everyone. It can be collapse. So my goal is educate people about crypto, educate women about crypto, and I want to make life of people better through education. I don't know. Sorry for rambling a lot. It's
No, I love this.
yeah, I think it's a goal.
So, are
Yeah.
you a part of any woman-led, like some of these alpha groups, or like I know, like the let's say like Abstract Angels? Are you a part of that group?
Yes, I'm part of the Abstract Angels. Yes.
Awesome. Would you ever have you
What?
do you have your own group?
Huh?
Do you have your own group chat going?
Yes, I have, but I'm more focused on my content right now, and
Yeah.
it's not necessarily, I need to collaborate only with women. I collaborated with guys too. I love them so much. We're planning
Mhm.
to make educational space for newbies. Streams for newbies, totally newbies in Web3, to explain the simple terms in some fun way, as a show.
Mhm.
So, yeah. And also, I want to open my own museum. I have art
Ooh,
education as well. I understand you. That's why when you
let's
told me that the
go.
teacher was a jerk, but it was, helpful. I
Yeah.
understand that complete. Why they all like this?
Yeah.
They
I love that. That's
harsh,
beautiful.
but it helps you in some way
Mhm.
to understand yourself at least. By the way, you told me that you was crying at some moment, and how it's for you right now? Because I highly believe that you can be successful if you're not like like time to time just crying on the floor of your room, and just like, why me? And like only you have responsibility for all that you do, and you can't quit because you quitting like yourself then. So
Mhm.
how it's for you right now? How you dealing
Yeah.
with stress?
Oh, I will say anxiety through the roof. It's I wake up and my immediate thought is, all right, I have to check Twitter. What's on Twitter? Let's figure out what's going on. And um, so I wish I could tell you like this incredible thing I do. I don't. What I do every single night for me, what helps me relax personally, is I love my old fashions. So I will make almost every night now. I have one old fashioned to help me. It's like, and So I'm big on, you have to, I call it win the day. So every single day religiously, I write down every morning. I don't say every morning, every afternoon. So when I like really start my day, I write down minimum 10 things that I want to do for the day. And I put the higher ticket items up top, some of the lower ticket, like the lower important things at the bottom, but I have to do at least 7 out of those 10 things. And if I do 7 out of those 10, I deserve to have myself my drink at the end of the night. And usually I always hit around 8 or 9. But I've actually, I can't remember the last time I didn't hit at least 7. But it's a good way to push yourself. Like, you don't want to fail. You know, if you put it in front of you and you realize you only got 4 out of the 10 things out of the day, you have to hold yourself accountable and be like, you just got a 40 out of 100. Like, that is terrible. So I started this
Mm.
quite a while ago, actually, and I try. It's a good way to motivate yourself and to look yourself in the mirror at the end of the day and be like, you did a good job, and or you didn't, like, make sure you make tomorrow better. So for me personally, the way I deal with the stress, I haven't cried in a while. I probably will be crying soon. But I have a giant
A wish from happiness.
yeah, a big, I have a giant bowl of anxiety in my chest because of the mint. But I think, yeah, I think it's definitely good to let it out sometimes, to cry. I should go to the gym more. I don't. But what about you? What how do you,
No,
like, I
no, no,
guess
no, no. It's space about you. So tell me more about your daily routine, like how it's look like from the founder's perspective. When you wake up, okay, you make your plan, but how do you have some
day to day?
maybe yeah.
Yeah, so day to day, it's I live on the phone with my other co-founders, but as soon as I wake up, I'm on my phone. I go on the district Twitter account. I answer DMs. I answer comments. I write back to people. That's like the first, I'd say the first half an hour in my morning. I before I even get up out of bed. Um, then I'm a huge tea drinker, so I love my tea with honey in the morning. Helps me relax, ease into the day. And before I can even get into anything, I'm on the phone with Keli, with Taylor, with Jeff, who are my other co-founders. We almost for the past, literally since a little before Christmas, we've been on the phone every single day together. And then I jump into Discord. I talk to my team. I check in with them. We have our team meetings, make sure everyone's doing what they're supposed to be doing. And then, so for me personally, when I was at Uniforce, the only thing I focused on was Twitter and marketing, right? So I wasn't doing a bunch of other things. Whereas with the district, I'm wearing like 10 different hats, as well as my other founders and team members. Like, we're all wearing so many different hats. So I'm checking in with the art team, making sure they're doing this. I'm checking in with the community team, making sure they're doing that. Checking in with collab team, making sure the collab team's doing that. And uh, we have a team of 18. So we have a very, very large team to start for a project. And so every day there's a lot of things that need to be kind of checkboxed. And uh, I also I help every I'd say like 3 4 days out of the week. I also help babysit my 2-year-old nephew, who I absolutely love. And so while I have to bring my computer out into the living room. I set up the TV for him, put on like cartoons, and because again I still got to work, and my mom helps out with babysitting a lot with him. But yeah, I fly back to LA next week, which I'm really, really excited about. So I live out in LA, but um, when I launched Oniforce, I was in LA, and then I moved to Mexico completely by myself, so I can just focus on Oniforce, and I had no distractions at all. So I did the same thing with the district. The last few months, I came back to New York, visited my family, and I have no friends out here, so I have no distractions. I'm not going out at night. You know, I'm just completely focused on making the district better. So uh, yeah, that's usually how my day goes at night. I'll probably like kind of start winding down around, like, usually around 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night. I'll finally, like, all right, let me have a drink and put some Netflix on. You know, it's it's a long day, but again, stressed but blessed. You know, like we are incredibly lucky to be here because like my little brother, hardest working man I know, but he's waking up at 4 a.m., goes out, does construction, is working with his hands all day, sweating, and doesn't get home till 4 or 5 o'clock at night. And he does that almost every single day. So we're definitely lucky to be behind a computer, relaxed, AC, heat, uh, can just kind of chill, work from home. So again, very, very, very lucky to be here.
Wait. That's sus, to be honest. Okay, so you're living in LA.
Hmm.
You travel like in New York, you building your project, right? How such a kind soul, I know a lot about LA, how such a kind soul actually survived there? And let's ask you like this. You also have a partners, right?
Hmm.
And like what relationship you have with your environment? Who are these people? And yeah, how are you building it? Maybe it's a few questions at all, but I don't know. I'm
No,
just
I can answer. Yeah, I can very quick. I got you. So
seems like such a genuine person. Yes, and LA. How it's I know a lot about this, but is it possible to stay like believing in people and kind soul when you're actually building something? Because I know like sorry again for rambling a lot, but
no, no.
when you build something with your partners, it can be like it can be hard emotionally because not always they do what they need to do, and you need to be like sometimes like not a kind person at all. You need to be like bossy. What tell me more about this bossy part of you, about this I believe that you can sometimes be.
Yeah, it's I hate being bossy. I really do. I'm very much a hands-off founder where like if I tell you something, I'm gonna step back and I hope you do it. But there are times where um I warn the team because with when I was on OnlyForce, I got pretty bossy sometimes. And I'm like, no, this has to be done, this, and I realized like I don't wanna to do that. And uh but when I started the district, I warned them like, listen, sometimes I will be bossy, so I just want to let you know, I might come down hard on you guys sometimes, but it's because I love you and I want what's best for the project. And a few months down the road, Chris, who was our community lead, he's like, JR, just wondering, when are we gonna see this mean JR who yells at us? He's like, I haven't seen him yet. And I'm like, it's not here yet, you know? And but sometimes like we have to have serious conversations. And one thing I learned about teaching, which I learned so much when I was a teacher, is um one of the biggest things I learned is you never want to yell at people in front of other people because you don't want to embarrass them. You don't want to make them feel singled out. So anytime I do have issues with anyone, I'll wait till the full team meeting's over and then I'll send them a DM. I'm like, hey, so and so, let's talk. I'm like, I want to chat with you on the side. Some behaviors have to change. I don't see you putting in the work like this, XYZ. We really need you to step it up, and not even in a negative way. You always want to spin it in a positive way. Like, listen, you really came out strong. I noticed your workload might be getting, or your workflow might be getting a little lazy here and there, and we really want to spin it around. Like, what can I do to help you? You know, like how can I make your job easier? How can I motivate you to be better? And I will say this, like our team, for the honestly, almost across the board, they are and I can't stress enough, extremely blessed to have my team. Like the hardest working team. For the most part, almost everyone's doing their job always. They're going above and beyond for us. They they've been putting in the time over a year now. You know, like working for us day in, day out. And as far as like the other founders, we definitely disagree with each other a lot. There's a lot of things that because again, there's four of us, right? So
That's crazy, four of us. That's crazy. How you surviving, guys?
yeah, it's a lot because it's like that saying, too many kitchens in the or too many chefs in the kitchen, nothing gets cooked. And so there's been a lot of times where two of us decide one thing and the other two decide the other thing, and we're like, all right, now we got to figure out a middle ground, right? We got to figure out how can we make this work. And I will be honest, there was times where each one of us at one time was like, whatever, I don't care. Like I'm fed up. Like I don't want to argue anymore. I don't want to talk anymore. Just move on, move on. And that's definitely with any projects. I feel like if you again, if too many chefs in the kitchen, sometimes again stuff don't get cooked. But we found a, I think we found a real perfect sweet spot right around Christmas, where we really gelled together. We got to know one another. We actually took a trip to Hawaii together as a team. It was myself, Keli, Jeff, Taylor, and OX Quit. We all went to Hawaii together, and we met each other, and we're like, all right, we're in this together as a family. Let's make this work. Let's build something really incredible. And that's when it really gelled together. And um, yeah, it's there's no real problems now. We're all just focused on getting to the end goal of the citizen collection, and I think at least obviously it's not the end goal. It's the beginning, if you really think about it. But we're all just excited to finally get to the citizens mint, and then we can take a deep breath and get to work again. But it's yeah, definitely blessed to have this team there. They're really really easy to work with and hardworking.
That's interesting, and I'm smiling because before Web3, I had my own. I'm from Russia, and I had there my own cosmetic brand. Then I moved,
Oh.
and I needed to, close it because of, reasons.
Mhm.
But I made it with my partner, and we with her both areas, and we both have like this character, we both like bossy, but in a creative way. We have a lot of ideas. So, but we were such a perfect match because we would scream at each other, and like next minute we're like, let's order pizza. Yeah, and
Yeah,
it's so easy, when you find people with who you can argue hard, and then like, let's order a pizza. I think it's important to find like right ones in a business way. It's like life partner, the same, because you like spending so many time together. Do
that's
you spend
perfect.
a lot of time together, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we live together. I spend more time with them than I do anyone else, to be honest, in my life. So they're literally they are basically. I'm married to them. That's what's happening right now. They are my life partners now. So, uh, yeah. But that's amazing that you started your own cosmetic brand too. So you are an entrepreneur.
Okay, let's open another too. This one.
We're gonna have to interview. I
It's
would
not
love for you.
you, it's me.
Yeah,
I think it's such a cabal, to be honest. I have a lot of calls. I have a lot of calls. I have a lot of DMs.
yeah.
It's cabal.
I yeah. It's a lot of those are people. Um, Asking about a lot of them are group chats. I will say that a lot of them are group chats, but that is real. That is my phone call. I will say this. I hate phone calls. I don't know why. Um, like just
It's
text
very
me.
modern right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. Like I love this. I could do streams and spaces, Twitter Spaces, live streams, no problem. But like hopping on a phone, I'm like I like walk around my room nervously. I don't like it. So I hate phone calls. But yeah, text messages. I just right now I am so focused on the districts that like anyone that's asking me like things that aren't related to the district, I'm like I don't have time to deal with you right now. Like I even put out a message on Instagram to my followers, and I was like, uh, listen, I love you, because a lot of people, I'm a photographer as well. I don't know that, but like a lot of models, and like and by models I mean like friends and people that want to shoot. Um, they're like asking me, hey, when can we shoot? When can we shoot? When can we shoot? What's going on? I'm like, and I keep saying soon, soon, soon. Once we launch our project, and because we keep pushing our project back, they're like, when can we photograph together? I'm like, when I'm done with the district and I have it like a day to breathe, we'll figure that out. But yeah, I'm laser focused, and that's definitely, yeah, we'll say that's Cabal esque, huh? A little, yeah, definitely District 7 for
I
sure.
loved it. I loved it. Locked it in. Okay.
Wait, have you been on Tara Summer Spaces, by the way? Like, have you been interviewed yet?
I was today to just check the vibes, just understand about what you gossip, guys. So yeah.
We got to get you on her space and turn this around so she's interviewing you. I would love to have that happen.
Oh, you're so sweet. Wait, wait. Where is our next tweet?
Uh, Tara-esque underscore district, and I don't think she has another space lined up for next week. So if you're free next week, would love to would love to get you on her show. I'll connect you guys. I think it'd be a lot of fun.
That sounds awesome. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
I think we talked a lot about the art today, and I really love it. I love how you involved into your project, and that you like living, with art all your life. And
Mhm.
I am exactly like I am the same. Like all my life about culture, about art, about everything. I really love it. So tell me, now your project looks perfect. It's like comic style. Everything is great, but I know that nothing is born perfect. So, what's your first sketch? What was the first
Cool.
idea, maybe, of your project? How it looks like, and yeah, what it was.
Yeah, so great question. I should probably post some of them too. So our first sketches were from Evie, and they were really cool. But we had it. So our project now, we have the males are by themselves, females are completely different, so they have their completely different traits. But
Mhm.
our first ever version was actually a wider kind of body, and it was traits that you can make it male or female. So like where most collections, it's literally just one kind of body. Ours was just one simple face. So if you change the eyes, it looked like a girl. If you change the let's say the I don't know the hairstyle, it might look like a guy. So the first iteration was it was a lot of work that was done by our artist, and then after like a month we completely scrapped all the work he did because we're like we're gonna do one body male, one body female, so that it really does look more like again some of the traits we can kind of put like make more look like a female, one look like more of a male. So the first iterations definitely weren't. They were great, but they weren't the exact vision we were looking for. And again, that was about a year ago, almost like I'd say 10 months ago is when we started doing the new iterations. And I think that brings back a great point. I think I might I'm gonna have to find the first ever version that was put out, and I'm gonna tweet that out. I think that'd be really fun.
I'm so sorry. Just my monitor telling me that remaining time my monitor will turn off 15 seconds, and I have no
Oh,
idea what is it. I see it for the first time. Let's see what happened. If so, I will reconnect the space. Or
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm so sorry. I have no idea what.
You don't have to apologize. It's fine. I'm still here if you're still here.
I, I'm still here.
Yeah, yeah, I'm still here. I can see you on video.
I can see nothing right now. That's so weird. Wait, how it's actually working? Do you know?
I don't, but I will say this. Yeah, I see you perfectly on screen. I see me on screen. The stream is still going.
Wait a second. I will try to fix it.
Yeah, you're okay. You're okay. Take your time.
What? What is this? Oh my god. I'm so sorry.
No, don't. No, do not apologize at all. You are completely fine.
Why it's turned off? I never ever in my life experienced such
It's.
a
I think maybe I'm bad news.
what?
Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm bad news.
I have no idea, and it still can't turn on. How it's possible? Oh my god.
No, I mean, I'm
You still see me?
yeah, I still see you, and I'm on the live stream too right now. It still says it's live.
Okay, okay. So what should we do? If I okay, it's so intimate atmosphere right now, you know. That's so weird to be honest. I have no idea what's going on.
That's all
Okay,
right.
so let's then maybe we'll finish this page. We're almost an hour here by
Yeah,
Blitz. I know that you know my Blitz because we did it on Mr. Grinty spaces, and then I just turn off my computer, turn on, and we'll see what is going on. But our space will be finished, I guess, like
yeah,
this.
yeah.
Okay, is it okay? I'm so sorry again. I don't know what's going on.
Don't apologize. It's completely
That's your manifestation or how it's working.
fine.
Sometimes you ask something from universe, like I need to be like like, make me like more strong. I need to have like, more like more strong character. I want to see myself, as a strong personality, and it gives you such a harsh lessons instead of giving you like, something cool. Giving you harsh lessons and something with my monitor today as well. So okay, please, it's quick questions,
Yeah,
and you need to answer quickly or not really quickly, but
I'll be really quick with it.
again, $1 million or your project. I
Oh, my
think,
project all day, without a question.
of course. Okay, complete centralization or complete decentralization?
Complete centralization, because I feel like decentralization, too many people get scammed, and it would just be insane. And if it gets hacked, we're all screwed.
Okay. What did you mean to yourself last time? What project?
Oh, what was the last thing I minted? Oh my gosh. Um, Last thing I minted. Wow, I have to check OpenSea for this. This is I know the
Maybe
next thing I
something
minted.
you really enjoyed and you remember,
Yeah, the next thing I'm minting, I know, is I'm gonna mint some eggs. So Crypto Jeweler, he has eggs on Ape, so I'm gonna mint some eggs to support him. So I'll say that. I don't remember the last thing I minted though.
Wow, that sounds cool. Can you send me a link? I
Yeah,
love
of course.
art, especially. I love the art. Okay. Continue the sentence. I would never.
I would never leave this space. I feel like I found home here, so I would never leave this space. This is home for me.
My dream is.
Oh, my dream is to have a beautiful family of my own.
Hmm, that's cool. I think you can do this. You have everything for this, especially the example. And yeah, passion.
Manifesting it. Thank you, thank you.
Okay. Describe your environment in few words, but we talked a lot about this, but just few words, maybe you can say
Yeah,
about.
my environment right now, like who I'm around, and I'd say my environment is I guess my family, my team, and Uh, yeah, I think that's really it. I spend almost every day with my family now, until I head back again to LA. So yeah, that's my environment. It's family and my team, who is my second family.
Mhm. Um, who is the most talented person in your project, in your team?
Oh,
I
I
know
think
it's a hard question. Sorry
good
for this.
question. I gotta think about this for a second. I think obviously when it comes to art, I think our artist Eve is the most talented, but I think overall, big picture, I want to say Taylor WTF, who is our co-founder. He is a marketing genius.
Mhm.
He's an artist as well. He is a developer. He literally minted CryptoPunks. He was on Yeah, he
Wow.
was on Ethereum pre-sale. So this man, he's a yo-yo state champion, like doing yo-yo. So I think he's the most uh uh I guess the most creative, artsy, successful person.
That's nice to know. But I think, yeah, all your team actually doing a great job, and a
Oh,
lot of artists, especially. Like, yeah, as I said, your art is perfect. I really love to see it, and I understand why people want to more and more of it.
thank
Okay,
you.
last thing, what you would say to yourself year ago, if you could say something to yourself like 2 year
I
ago.
would say a year ago, right before I was starting this project, I would tell myself, uh, pick the 111 quicker, and make the project release quicker than a year, because then you're going to be faced with the hardest market ever. We just lost $1 trillion in crypto, and we're releasing at the worst time ever. That's what I would tell myself. But it is what it is, and we're just gonna vibe with it, you know?
Yeah, I think we all have something to say ourselves, a year ago.
Yeah.
Definitely. And finally, I'm so sorry right now. I can see nothing, but please.
You look great on screen. You look great. I can see you on the screen. You look
Thank
good.
you. Oh my God. Finally, I started this tradition on my previous space, and I think it's so cool. I ask founders to record message to themselves in a year. Maybe we
Ooh,
will meet in a year. Maybe you just can back to this records on YouTube, for example, find it, and we'll listen what you wanted to say yourself in a year. So
I
yeah,
love that.
your words.
All right, I would say no matter what happens tomorrow during the mint, I want to say I'm proud of you. You put in a year's worth of hard work and effort, and I hope that everything that you've accomplished to now in this year, you went above and beyond everything that you tried to accomplish. But you better listen here, Jr. You better still be fucking creating wild shit with the district, and I will accept nothing less than that. So good. I love that portion. That's a great question. I love that, or a great way to kind of end it. I love that.
I love that too. I hope everything will be great with your mint tomorrow. I wish you luck. I wish you supportive community and easy mint. You just see
Yes.
and these NFTs go on, go on, go on from you. Yeah, you really deserve this success, and thank you for what you're doing for the space in general. Because your project definitely about culture, and I really appreciate it. Like we all, guys. Thank you for watching, and yeah, I'm so sorry that I can't answer it. Nothing, but yeah,
Oh
it
my God,
was
there's a
great
million
space.
people watching us right now. You can't even see.
It
Wow.
was great space. I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a beautiful night. I appreciate you, and yeah, would love to have this again. And would love to get you on Tara Summer's space to have her interview you because I think you deserve it. So, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, and I'll talk to you on the back end right after this.
Yeah, thank you. I will just turn off my computer, and I don't
Yeah.
know what will happen with you. I hope you will be safe. You're not in my computer. Okay, bye bye, guys. Bye bye.